You'll have a chance once again to check out a pretty spooky trail in West Michigan.
The trail reopens for the season tonight in Comstock Park. Elena Cousineau has a preview of the frightfully delightful decorations this morning. Elena.
Good morning, Teresa and George. Yeah, you can tell Halloween is a huge deal for the homeowners here. And as you can see, we're here in the graveyard, and this is just part of that haunted trail. Now, every August, they post about getting excited for the spooky season, but this is the latest they've ever opened up, and that has to do in part to Mother Nature. Last summer, this area was hit by a tornado, and while the trail was open that Halloween, organizers had to scramble to get something on display. And the year since then, they've been working to restore the trail to its original glory. Now, we're joined by the mastermind of all of this, Jennifer Dunahee. Thank you so much for joining us. Like we mentioned, we were talking a bit earlier. I mean, this is kind of around the area where some of the trees fell, some of the damage. I mean, what was that kind of looking like back then, and how did you guys come back from it?
Well, when we first came out after the tornado hit, you couldn't see anything under the trees, so we had no idea what the extent of the damage was, but we had a big sycamore tree that about half of it came down in this very scene, and then a huge maple tree that came down on the other side. And it took out the entire Little Red Riding Hood and Little Miss Muffet scene. It took out the kids' playhouses, and just like, yeah, like the spider scene was upside down, because it was like the tree came, like the roots were like, yeah, everything was just hanging upside down, and that was pretty devastating. And it took until like the end of September, I think, to get everything like cleaned out, tree service wise, to assess the damage, and like everything was just leveled. So it was just like a rush to get everything done. And then this year I wanted to make it look the way I had originally intended it to look.
Oh my gosh, wow, that must have been like a scramble to just get everything ready to go. Another problem you guys faced was parking.
Right. So last year we were on a TV show, and after that aired, we were just swamped with people. We hadn't anticipated the crowds that we had, and parking became an issue because this is just a small neighborhood. So this year we have some really amazing neighbors who have offered us like they're happy to have people park in the street, as long as they're respectful, in the street in front of their houses. And there's a whole section from from our house to Westshire, and then Westgate Neighborhood Park. The township is opening the park so people can park in the parking lot. So I will post probably later today, like a little map and a diagram showing where people should go to park, because I don't want, to become a nuisance to anybody.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So this is free for anyone to check out. Donations go to the Humane Society, and it actually opens tonight at 7 o'clock, so you can come check it out. And like you mentioned, you're going to be posting updates on Facebook, so if you want to check that out. But for now, live in Alpine Township, Elena Cousineau, News 8.